Martin Luther King Jr. Day is an American federal holiday marking the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. It is observed on the third Monday of January each year, which is around King's birthday, January 15th. The holiday is similar to holidays set under the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. King was the chief spokesman for nonviolent activism in the civil rights movement, which successfully protested racial discrimination in federal and state law. The campaign for a federal holiday in King's honor began soon after his assassination in 1968. President Ronald Reagan signed the holiday into law in 1983, and it was first observed 3 years later. At first, some states resisted observing the holiday as such, giving it alternative names or combining it with other holidays. Officially it was observed in all 50 states for the first time in 2000. The idea of Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a holiday was promoted by labor unions in contract negotiations. After King's death, U.S. Representative John Conyers, a Democrat from Michigan, and U.S. Senator Edward Brooke, a Republican from Massachusetts, introduced a bill in Congress to make King's birthday a national holiday. The first bill came to a vote in the U.S. House of Representatives in 1979. However, it fell 5 votes short of the number needed for passage. Two of the main arguments mentioned by opponents were that a paid holiday for federal employees would be too expensive, and that a holiday to honor a private citizen would be contrary to long-standing tradition. King had never held public office. Only 2 other figures have national holidays in the U.S. honoring them: George Washington and Christopher Columbus. Soon after, the King Center turned to support from the corporate community and the general public. The success of this strategy was cemented when musician Stevie Wonder released the single "Happy Birthday" to popularize the campaign in 1980 and hosted the Rally for Peace press conference in 1981. 6 million signatures were collected for a petition to Congress to pass the law, termed by a 2006 article in The Nation as the review's largest petition in favor of an issue in U.S. history. Ronald Reagan and Coretta Scott King at the Martin Luther King Jr. Day signing ceremony. Senators Jesse Helms and John Porter East, both North Carolina Republicans, led opposition to the holiday and questioned whether King was important enough to receive such an honor. Helms criticized King's opposition to the Vietnam War and accused him of espousing action-oriented Marxism. Helms led a filibuster against the bill and on October 3, 1983, submitted a 300-page document to the Senate alleging that King had associations with communists. New York Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan declared the document a packet of filth, threw it on the Senate floor and stomped on it. President Ronald Reagan originally opposed the holiday, citing cost concerns. When asked to comment on Helms' accusations that King was a communist, the president said, "We'll know in 35 years, will not we?" in reference to the eventual release of FBI surveillance tapes that had been sealed previously put on November 2, 1983. Reagan signed a bill, proposed by Representative Katie Hall of Indiana, to create a federal holiday honoring King. The bill had passed the House of Representatives by a count of 338 to 90. A veto with margin. The holiday was observed for the first time on January 20, 1986.